you from the Radio for One studios in Franklin, Michigan. Welcome to the Detroit Cast.
Big fan.
A show not just free of charge, but free of FCC regulations.
Thank you for your support of the Detroit Cast.
Oh, there it is.
And without further delay, it's showtime. Please welcome the Detroit Cast. Here are your hosts, Mike and Jay.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the show, Mike and Jay. Shalom, Biggie. Hello, Jay.
Gentlemen,
How are you, my friend?
pleased to be with you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
as I am to be with you.
good.
Yeah. God, I think we missed World Trick Shot Day yesterday.
What's that?
World Trick Shot Day.
Explain.
Well, it's mostly, I think it was started by the Globetrotters. And so I saw it on Twitter this morning. I'm like, there's World Trick Shot Day? And so then, you get in that hole, like you go down the rabbit hole as people are posting all their videos.
Does it have to be basketball trick shots, or can it be billiards, whatever?
Anything, I would imagine.
I think it could be anything. I think, well, what they said was...
I didn't see it, but I would assume that could be anything. Even if they might have started it as a publicity thing to try to let people know, hey, we're still here, guys. Hey.
Well, it was created by the Globetrotters in order to give fans around the world a chance to celebrate what they can do with a basketball, a hoop, and some creativity. But the ones that are online, on Twitter are all the ones you're talking about. Golf. I'm watching one, and people are posting like things that have gone wrong, like there's always the idiot that puts a golf tee in his mouth and a golf ball, and his buddy's just going to hit it off the tee. And I'm just like, I'm watching it with my eyes like half closed because I don't want to see some kid take a golf club to the side of the face. But this guy, whack, knocks the ball off, and the guy's like, the tee has gone right through his tongue.
Oh, shit.
He's just like,
Oh, my God.
It's like, yeah, what do you expect? Guys taking it in the nuts, all that kind of stuff. But do you like any of those videos, the trick shot
Sure.
things?
Who doesn't like that shit? I got into the Kickalicious guy for a little while. Remember him when he came and tried out for the Lions?
Did he make it on the team at all for
I think
a minute?
he was just no. I think he was maybe just preseason.
Yeah,
Just wasn't consistent enough. But that dude has some amazing videos of shit he does with a football.
Yeah, he'll kick a football into a garbage can or into a moving car.
Yeah, or punt a football up in the air and hit it with a soccer ball, or just crazy shit.
Crazy, man.
Yeah, and into cars, right? Into sunroofs of cars. And
stuff. I mean that's nuts. But yeah, so this year, Hammer Harrison, current Globetrotter, he successfully pulled off the world's highest slam dunk, officially measured at 855 feet. He was on top of the stratosphere in Las Vegas, and
never mind. This was that.
He's like hooked up to a harness, and they just kind of lower him down. And to me, I'm like, dude.
You're gonna say he was like skydiving or something.
Yeah. Well, there's one I saw. They had the Globetrotters had posted one, and there's a guy. It was one of those planes with the like we jumped out of, and it gets kind of low to the ground. There's a basketball there, and the guy's like, boom, drops it right into the hoop as he's going by. So, it was yesterday. We can watch a couple of these trick shots. He pulled a couple up, but
I think here's the one you were
93 years.
You want to watch it. Here's the one I think you were talking about where he's like lowered up from the – I don't know if you don't. Maybe you don't.
Yeah, go ahead. I mean, this one, honestly, we've seen so many remarkable things like these. Like this isn't this just kind of dumb?
So he's just on a bungee cord or something?
Yeah.
I haven't seen this, so –
well, he threw that one down. That's pretty impressive.
How many friggin' tries?
I know, right?
I thought there was a thing, though. If you throw a ball down like that, it's going to, like, swoop up.
There,
Famous Harlem Globetrotters.
Oh, is this it?
Trick Shot Day. Come check us out on our 2017 tour if you want to see more of that, baby.
Yeah.
Or
whatever. That wasn't the one, but yeah. Remember guys like Goose Tatum? And Meadowlark Lemon,
sure.
Curly Neal.
Curly Neal was the great dribbler, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, oh yeah, for sure.
I haven't thought about the Globetrotters since Flight Time and Big Easy were on The Amazing Race.
Oh,
Did you ever
really?
watch those episodes?
No. Were they Globetrotters?
Had to be 10 years ago, yeah.
Yeah.
Pair of Globetrotters on The Amazing Race.
You ever get to see them?
No, only on like I think they'd show clips of them on like Wide World of Sports every now and then, and it was intriguing as a little kid,
For sure.
9-10-year-old kid. You're like, oh my gosh.
I swear I saw them at least once, like at the Palace or something, and I remember being impressed. You said you saw them, right?
Yeah, I saw them. Like I remember when you were getting them for Christmas presents. It was in the stock. Like, the Globetrotters, and I thought it was gonna be freaking awesome. And I don't know, man. Maybe it's just by the time I was at that age, I don't remember what age it was.
A little past.
But I already seen dunks and stuff. Like, I think that I already seen Michael Jordan do his thing and some of these other things, and it just wasn't.
Yeah, that is part of it. Think back when
like,
we were watching them and being amazed by them. They were doing things that we hadn't seen on the court.
Yeah, I guess it was Curly Neal dribbling while he's on the ground, scooting around people and stuff like that. But they did stuff. They had big half-court shots.
I guess. I think the thing, too, is I remember as a kid, this is one thing I've always been like. Like, even, like, we went to the circus one time at the Palace, and I didn't like it because I felt like I was at the Palace and I wish I was watching a Piston game. So, like, even with the Harlem Globetrotters, like, it was cool maybe. And maybe looking back.
They played the Washington Generals, right?
Yeah,
Didn't
right.
they? Probably to a win.
Of course.
Did they win? Did they?
I imagine they probably
I would
did.
imagine that they did.
Have the Generals ever? Have they won
I
like
think they
one game or
have.
something? I
Oh,
thought
really?
I thought there was something like that.
But I think my point was, I think that, like, I like, just like everything I've always talked about sports, I just like the emotion of cheering for the home team and the fans getting into it. So when it was just like a showy thing of like, we're doing these tricks and stuff, I think I was just like, I'd rather have the Pistons out there and like hit have a game where I'm cheering for something. Because I think I even already knew the Generals weren't going to win. Like, it wasn't like I went in there thinking like, oh shit, there might be a chance.
Well, you recently learned how to whistle. Have you been? You want to give us a sample of your Sweet Georgia Brown?
I don't, dude. I can't even do it on command. I just can. Sometimes I can. No,
Mike, you might need a little practice too.
Yeah.
I can only.
Go ahead, E. Let's see what you got. He's been working on this. Like, I hear him upstairs. Just.
That's all he can do, though. I can just go. See, now I can't. I'm pressure. I can't do it.
Yeah, choke artist.
All right, then roll your R's at least.
I don't know.
Roll your R's.
Oh my God! Just have to sit here and loo.
Yeah, you've gotten good at that.
Yeah, it's getting really good.
Roll. That's like all
he's getting good.
I'm better than I was a month ago, but I still can't go up and down or anything.
I wonder. We should try to get a copy of Patience, the Guns N' Roses classic, without the whistle track, and let E do it. See if he can just nail that for us. You want to watch?
Sorry.
There you go. You want to watch a second of Kickalicious?
Sure. He's good.
He's a good boy.
He's good. Just back heels it.
How long would it take you to get good at this?
Lefty punt through the uprights. 60 yards. Out into a boat.
Someone's catching him there in the boat.
So the guy tosses
That's
it to
amazing.
him.
That's pretty sweet.
I mean, with a soccer ball, that'd be one thing, but football?
Is he kicking from there? Shit.
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it just tells you he must have really produced these videos, because if he couldn't have the consistency on the NFL gridiron,
just hit a
he's
50-yarder.
look consistent when he's doing these.
I mean, they are, and the reality is, obviously, even if it's not good for the NFL, even if he is producing them, they're still cool. He still did them, but it doesn't necessarily mean anything other than it's cool.
60-yard field goal, no problem.
50 yards.
50 yards.
I think he's gonna do something goofy, like intentionally hit both uprights or some shit.
Oh yeah. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Pretty impressive. Anyway, the Globetrotters have made in their 93 years, they've got a world record, 20 Guinness World Records.
Car.
Oh, is this the car one?
Let's see it, Jesus. It's insane.
It's crazy.
The guy's just sprinting down the sideline.
You know what, though? Honestly, like, I do love trick shot videos. Like, even with my friends, because I think it's something that we've all done in our lives at times, where you just sit around and you say, hey, could we get this penny or whatever thing through this little net basket, or shoot something into a garbage can, and now it pretty much just becomes like, how many can I do it in a row? Who can do it better? Who can do it cooler? So I do enjoy them for sure. Like trick shot compilations.
I'm still watching the video up here. It's crazy. Some of these kicks are crazy. All right. Anyways, yeah, they've got 20 Guinness records, though. The Globetrotters do, including furthest back somersault basketball shot from 58 feet. I don't know
Does
what
that mean
would look
anything,
like.
by the way? Guinness record? No, not that. But like, you just think they have 20 Guinness records. Like, again, that's something where 1990, 1980, you'd probably be like, oh shit, the Guinness records. But like, do people sit there now and think like, oh, a Guinness?
Do you ever have a copy of the Guinness Book of World Records?
Yes.
I once had like 1984 or whatever.
Yeah.
I used to actually look at those too in the library, like during media day. You'd go, and like, all right, gotta read something. Go grab the Guinness Book of
Wasn't it
World
always
Records.
huge?
Yes.
Some of them were regular paperback size.
Do you remember
really?
the book
I
fair?
remember the giant book one. This is impressive though. Most behind the back 3-pointers in 1 minute. 3. I mean, dude, remember when we were at the Palace trying to shoot? I was literally trying to hit threes and was like, oh, this is really hard. It's really hard. So behind the back, I don't know. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. What were you gonna say, Isis?
Oh, nothing. I was just when you was talking about the Guinness Book of Record. I just remember it reminded me of the book fair as a kid, and like
Love the book fair.
and like
man.
they'd all of a sudden that 1 week or something they would roll in and they'd be like in the hallway and you'd go down to the book fair.
Freaking love that.
Yeah.
That's where I remember the Guinness Book. I always remember looking at it and like wanting. My parents, like, I don't know, they didn't give me money, I guess, for the book, or maybe they did, and I don't remember. But I always remember wanting it and feeling like they didn't give me the $5 or whatever it would have been for it.
Those book fairs made their millions off the notion that kids will judge books by their cover.
Oh yeah.
You know, I mean, they just made the sweetest cover, throw a werewolf on it or something.
Yeah.
Every freaking 3rd and 4th-year-old boy had to have that one.
Hell yeah. That's awesome. Yeah, I barely remember that. The wheeled cart, though. Who could forget that?
Do you remember the picture lady?
Yes.
My mom was the picture lady.
Wait,
what?
Yes.
the lady that took the
No. The lady who came. Maybe I've mentioned this before, but
I don't think you have.
It was DIA sponsored, and they would have these famous portraits. You know, obviously they were reduction or
they copies.
Yeah, copies of these famous portraits, and it was a chance to learn about Van Gogh or whatever.
Yeah, Mona Lisa or
Picture
something.
lady, dude. I haven't thought about that.
And she'd come maybe once a month, once every quarter or something, and she had these massive folders, kind of, and she'd pull them out of there.
Yes. Your mom did that?
My mom was our
so
picture
she had to like
lady at
study
Middlebelt
how to
School.
Yeah, she had to
all
learn
about it and everything.
I'm sure she got some cheat sheet, you
Gotcha,
know.
yeah.
Because it was just a very tertiary sort of
basic lesson.
Yeah.
Dude,
I don't remember that at all.
Huh.
I
Maybe
wonder
you didn't have it in Livonia.
Yeah,
Maybe it was just
Livonia
certain
schools
schools.
might not have. Although I'm sure people are going, yes, of course we had the picture lady, but I don't
It was an
remember that at all.
awesome reprieve to the day.
Well, dude, when you mentioned
anything that was different was awesome.
When you mentioned the picture lady, like I hadn't thought about it, but the second you mentioned it, I remembered it. And it's like when you're a kid, though, like, when you say like, maybe it came once a month, maybe once a quarter, it's like you don't know. Like time is nothing as a kid. It's just like the idea of
maybe
like
it was once a year.
right?
I don't
like,
know.
like the picture lady would have came, and they're just like, oh, this week the picture lady will come, and you're like, oh shit, yes. But like you wouldn't know in your mind that like, was it a month ago? Was it a year ago?
Yeah, but just the reproductions of the famous ones, probably all at the DIA because it was DIA sponsored.
Sure. That's funny.
Picture
I don't remember that at all. Obviously, it was in your school district and E's. So
okay, that's awesome.
I missed out on that. I didn't get that in my childhood. Have you guys been following our what is it? The National Day
Dead President
of Remembrance today?
Well, I only realized it was because the post office was closed.
Oh yeah, of course they need a day off.
Damn it!
Wait a minute, why?
It's a National Day of Mourning, E.
But why?
I'm in mourning.
Do they get the day? Like, it's not something they knew ahead of time. It's not something like we've chosen this day once a year. Like
National Day of Mourning, dude.
What would have happened if this would have been like
on a Saturday,
a few weeks from now, like 3 weeks from now, like when people are doing their last minute, got to get their gifts sent out. Can you imagine? It's like trying to get on that last shipment. It's like, no, we're in mourning. Sorry, can't be here for you.
And the library. The library isn't as bad as the post office by any means to me, but I had this happen recently with Veterans Day, where Veterans Day was on Monday, I guess. But like my library was like, they weren't even open Sunday. Like they had chosen that they were like, or maybe, Veterans Day is actually on Sunday, but the government day takes off as Monday. So my library was closed Sunday because that is Veterans Day. And then they were closed Monday because that was the official day.
They doubled up.
Wow.
And I'm just like, why were you off yesterday then? Like,
well, it's you're seeing the flags at half staff all over the country, and it's funny. Jim McGrath, his spokesperson for 4 decades or whatever, is coming out now, and he was tweeting like that Bush GW or George H.W. Bush. There you go. He was worried. I think anyone will come when they were first planning like his funeral.
Mm-hmm.
So in 2011, they're talking about, it, and he's like, anyone will show up?
Oh God. Another story of humility.
I know. This humble man. Do you think anyone will show up? Come on, dude. You're a president.
You know what's got to be weird is for his son to be watching this and going, "This is kind of
Yeah.
what it's going to look like," you know?
Yeah,
when I
yeah.
go.
43. Yep, he's getting to see it firsthand. Do more people come out if you serve 2 terms?
Oh,
Is it a bigger
overall
deal?
popularity, I guess, and I would say overall, H-Dub is way more popular than Dub.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So tonight, people are waiting to pay their respects for hours. He will receive the national farewell at the National Cathedral today before family, friends, previous presidents, and foreign dignitaries. Trump was there, met with him. I guess Trump had a meeting with the Bushes, and it was like, I'll be there, but I'll make you a deal. Keep the politics out of it at the podium. Don't rag on me. So like, all right, because Senior wanted Trump to be there.
Yeah.
Thinking more about what this meant for the country, and when a president dies, and it's like, put politics aside, the sitting president should be there. Although this is the
Well, he
first.
saw the McCain thing go down too, and that
Yeah,
wasn't like
true.
the most lovely thing ever.
No, it was a mess. So there's, British King Prince Charles and former Prime Minister John Major will be there. Angela Merkel will be there. Barack, all the presidents who are alive will be there. And but this is the first time since Lyndon Johnson, I think they said that a sitting president doesn't eulogize the president. So they were like, yeah, you can be there, but we don't want you to say anything. And so
I don't blame him, dude.
Yeah,
I don't blame him, dude. Can you imagine?
This death is bigly.
Bigly.
God, can you imagine that? Like
that would
looking back and going, yeah, Grandpa and Dad, whoever was eulogized by President Trump.
Yeah, I know.
Fuck.
Dude, if I was the Bushes, honestly, because it's so weird. It's still I still laugh a little bit every time it's like President Trump.
Yeah.
Still, that joke doesn't get old. And that would be so odd for him sitting there like, I don't want to be a dick, but I don't want this dude who's
Reality
like a reality star who, we fucked the country up so bad that people are so angry that they were willing to put a reality TV star in there.
Yeah, it's partly their fault.
Yeah, of course. And so he's like,
it would just be
just go there, but leave me alone.
He would just it'd be what Jay said. He was a great man, the best, the best.
Yeah,
the best.
he would. He's not. I mean, unless he's not actually not bad if he stays on script, if he's telepromptered. But he always at some point takes a sidestep right in the middle of his speech.
Well, and you know exactly where the margin notes are too, because he just turns and goes, "You're the best." He makes some superlative, right?
Yeah.
It's the worst, the best, the greatest,
the biggest.
God.
It's the best words. It's the best color. Blue is the best color. So, did you see Bob Dole? Bob Dole. Senator Bob Dole.
Holy shit, they dug him up, huh?
Yeah, I didn't. Did you know he was alive?
Thankfully, they took that pen out of his hand before he tried to give that salute.
Oh, could you imagine if he took an eye out?
Yeah.
Wow. That was really.
That would have been a tough one if you said, "Is Bob Dole alive?" I'd have been like,
I thought he was dead. When Mike,
that would like a Ray Lane to me,
Yeah,
like,
right.
Fuck, I think maybe not.
Yeah, I would have said no.
I would have too.
He's 95. E was shocked when I was like, Bob Dole. He's like, do you want old video of Bob Dole? I'm like, no, from yesterday. He's like, still alive? It's like, I didn't know either.
Right.
He's.
I guess I feel bad. I don't know if I should or not, but
doesn't look alive. So
Right, no.
in your defense,
we're not 100% sure he's alive, but it appears that there's some sort of life going on in Bob Dole. But this was impressive, don't you think?
Crypt keeper. Holy fuck, man.
Yeah.
It's so.
Yeah, he gets out of a wheelchair, right? The handlers hold him up and he gives a salute.
Gives a salute. But, I just think of like that morning he got up and someone had to carry him into a shower.
Oh,
and then put those threads on him.
Yeah.
And,
he sat in a shower seat for sure.
Yeah, oh yeah. Go ahead and play it, E. It's kind of cool.
Yeah, is that jacket Velcroed, you think, in order to just get that on easily?
Upsy daisy, here we go.
Boy, Bob, you sure you want to do this? You sure?
To shit your pants.
I'll take the pen out of his hand before he salutes. Here he goes.
Person wearing like a hoodie? Was that a security guy?
Can do it, Bob. You're a good man, Bob Dole.
It's pretty cool.
Damn good man.
I mean, they were rivals for years. Just showing what this means to these guys, this older generation and how patriotic they are. I thought that was a cool video.
Yeah.
Did you see the Boy Scout too?
No.
Little guy goes up there and he's just for like 3 minutes.
Yeah.
attention. Just saluting his little Boy Scout, Cub Scout outfit.
At ease, son. At ease.
He took his hat off and stood there, and then he put his hat back on and just did his salute. Maybe you can find it. It's kind of cool. And of course, the cameras are all, oh my God, look at this. little 5-year-old or 8-year-old kid, whatever he is.
Well, what's the deal? When you salute, you wait for your superior to end the salute before you end yours, right? So he's waiting on H-Dub.
Did someone have to open the casket and just like pick his arm up and like, there you go, kid, you can move along now. See if you can find it, E. You'll be glad to know Sully, the service dog, was brought into the viewing too. His main service since Barbara Bush's death in April. Do you know what his main service was?
No. The peanut butter trick?
No. Well, resting his head on his lap.
Boy.
That was, and they said, they're like, yes, service dogs are trained to do that. And I was like, they don't need to be trained. Like all dogs do that. Dogs love putting their heads in your lap. I mean, that's what they do. So, yeah, here's the Boy Scout.
I don't have. Yeah, just
see this little guy. Yes.
There he is.
He's
There
a
he
Weeblo.
is.
Is he a Weeblo?
I don't know.
No, he's a
So far
scout.
last
He's a
night,
Boy
that
Scout.
was a Boy Scout standing at attention and saluting the
Look at that
president's
pose.
casket. He held that pose for about a minute. Bush 41 will stay in the rotunda until his...
Before that, he's got his hat off and his little blonde hairs everywhere. It's on. So yeah,
It's like a Norman Rockwell painting.
yeah. So we got the Sully. Sully is there, and I guess they brought Sully in because Bush had something to do with the People with Disabilities Act,
Yeah.
which allowed service dogs to be brought into places of work where usually they're like, get your fucking dog out of here. And It's
Yeah.
like, but I can't see without the poops. And so he was there and he was greeting all the people like, thank you. Thanks for coming in, guys, and stopping by and seeing my guy. What was his name again? I've only been here for
I know.
a few weeks.
I'm a
but-
total noob. Thanks for having me back.
And then Melania gave Laura Bush a tour of the decorations in the White House. Yeah.
Those blood red trees.
Yep. Oh,
You guys heard of black Christmas trees? Somebody was telling me.
African American Christmas trees?
No, like jet black colored Christmas trees. Is that a thing? He's just pulled that up. I think somebody was telling me that
They
Hamlin
painted
the
or
other night.
something?
It's just a thing to have different colored Christmas trees. Now, clearly Melania's on it because she's got the red ones.
See, I don't trust those families. Back when I was younger, they had those white Christmas trees.
Yeah, I didn't like
just-
that either. The
yeah.
fake snow.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
it was like, all right, it's bad enough that your tree looks fake. Now you're gonna
Yeah.
like sprinkle fake snow on it. And
Yeah. Or I'm talking
weird
about the ones
enough that
were
we
just
have a-
white.
We've got a goddamn Tannenbaum in our house, and then you're gonna like fake snow it.
Yeah.
It's too much.
You know-
there's- that the black one.
I guess.
Now, is that
somebody was saying this
painted
is a
or is
thing.
that like you don't know?
This picture looks better.
Yeah,
Actually,
because that still looks like it's got some green in it.
And I guess skinny ones are a thing too, where they're really making them slender.
Really?
Yeah. So just fit better. I don't know why
Yeah.
not, right?
Well, the presents look more impressive.
yeah.
And, if you got one of those giant wide trees, it's like shit. We got to do a lot of shopping. and
You
this is
just
gonna
bring
look
them to
weird.
the edge.
Yeah. I saw people. You know how they put these things in a net, like they put them through a machine.
Yeah.
And it nets them so you can put it on top of your car
Mm-hmm.
to drive home. People were doing that on Twitter. They were going through the machine themselves.
Oh, I was gonna say we should put Eases through one of those.
are you serious? That actually sounds kind of hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some chick. I saw some video of some chick going through it, and then
Just binds you up.
Yeah, there you are in a net, like you got caught in a net. It's pretty funny.
No, but why not slim down trees? Why not color them? It's like it's weird enough that we're trying to fake that we have a
Yeah.
friggin' real tree in our house.
Yeah.
What's the percentage now? Do you think? Like maybe Bing can tell us.
Real
Who
to
you-
fake?
Yeah, real to fake. Because I was real for many years. We'd go cut them down and all that shit. It was like a
you
family.
would go out and cut them
yeah, it
down.
was a family tradition.
Wow.
But then it was like, this is expensive, man.
And messy.
yeah,
The needles all over the carpet.
yeah.
You got to drag it through the house. out
And
to the
I was
road.
never one of those guys like, oh my, it's got to be this way. I can't stand it if it's fake ones. Just make me sick. I wasn't
Yeah.
like that, so I'm like, why don't we just pay a couple $100 and get one that'll
Yeah.
last?
Well, I remember we never got to go cut one down. That would have been awesome. But we would just go out to the corner where they, all of a sudden it pops up like Halloween USA.
Yeah,
and they're
those are
just selling
rough.
trees.
Those are rough.
Yeah, and then you got to walk around and look at it and say, well, the ass end of this one is all caved
Right.
in. But
That's the thing. When you cut them down yourself, you can find perfect ones,
really,
but they're expensive as fuck.
to do it yourself.
Yeah.
Really?
They get-
So
they-
you go to
they-
like a farm and they let you
Yeah.
take an axe and do it?
Yeah.
Oh,
According to
that's
this-
funny.
Well, not an axe, a saw. But
Saw,
whatever.
yeah.
According to this article from 2000 last year at the USA Today, it says more and more people were moving to fake trees, and it was just because of the cost. Looks like.
Really? There you go.
You have a
Cost and-
percentage?
It's just I don't know. It's just an article that says that cost and.
I want data, man. Yeah, that's what we suspect, but I want data to back it up.
See, I've decided to go no trees.
Yeah,
That's
that's,
what
a
I've
move
done,
too.
and
That's
so-
a move.
What's the percentage of people that are going no tree
I'm not
now for Christmas?
Even looking that up, and I don't think there is a.
I'll
thing.
bet there's more and more who are like, fuck it, as the country just becomes less grounded in things, right?
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Give up on old traditions.
Well, of the estimated 95 million Americans with Christmas trees this year, this was 2017, 81% will be fake ones.
Wow.
81%. I would not have guessed that. I
There's
would
got
have
to be
thought it was
areas of the
60-40.
country where it's really hard to get. There's got to be. And although I heard Amazon is selling full-size trees this year. You can get full-size real trees delivered.
So if you're like in Arizona or something,
yeah.
you can have one mailed to you.
Yeah.
No thanks. What do you got?
Oh,
Amazon.
Nothing. I was gonna. Oh, there's people going through that. There's someone going through that fucking Christmas thing.
Dude, this reminds me too much of the shredder.
Yeah.
That I don't think I could do it, but it's kind of funny.
Here, just one second.
Yeah, this is probably one of those you-cut farms. And dives through.
That's actually hilarious. I would do that.
Would you?
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't. Why not? I guess. But
if anyone out there has one of those, we'd love to send E through it. We'd love to. So they're saying the cool thing with this H-Dub's funeral too is the coming together. People that didn't vote for him are waiting hours in line, including Fred Curry, one of the very few African Americans in line to see him. He's a registered Democrat who voted for Bush in '88. Honestly, I just liked him in shit. He seemed like a sincere, decent man. You couldn't argue with his qualifications.
I do not discount that people are going to this and that there is, even if it's window dressing, media, whatever, they're looking for stuff to write.
Yeah.
The more the country can like bind together in whatever way, I think is important.
Yeah.
And again, to see a flag over a coffin, a flag on TV.
Yeah, I know. You just don't see it very often.
Yeah.
You just really don't. I wonder how many people are going now that just because it's such a weird time with Trump in there. I wonder what the percentage more is. How many more people? Because you're probably right, Jay. There probably are people like, at least this is a remembrance of a stable time when the country didn't hate each other so much. And so they go to that. I don't know. Who knows? But it's pretty impressive to see the pomp and circumstance. It really is.
Indeed. Hey, insurance, we all need it. Most of us don't know what kind of coverage we have or who even provides it. Well, let TDC listener Brent Wasik from Wasik Insurance Services change all that. Brent has over 30 years in the business. He offers all types of insurance coverage, auto, home, health, life, business, commercial, and more. Call Brent Wasik at 734-455-1900 to get a free, no obligation quote today. Again, that's 734-455-1900.
We all know Les Moonves stepped down months ago as CEO and chairman of CBS. It was in September after like 12 chicks came forward and said, yeah, whatever, sexually harassed or, forced me to blow them, all that kind of stuff. And so at the time, CBS hired a couple law firms to do independent full investigation about this with the hopes that they could find reason to, fire him with cause, then not have to pay out his $180 million severance package. And so we're now getting some details about what the investigation found. It sounds like he was getting blown from at least 4 CBS employees.
He had him on call, right?
Dude.
Just like,
bzz. Yeah. I need to be blown. Can someone get in here?
I need my
dick sucked. Bring Leslie in. Yeah. So the law firm said the instances were transactional and improper to the extent that there was no hint of any relationship, romance at all.
Transactional.
Such a pattern arguably constitutes willful misfeasance. Huh?
There you go.
Huh? So they revealed that they had received multiple reports about a network employee who was on call to just blow him whenever he wanted. What the fuck?
Is that your job description?
What the hell is going on in these companies? Who would have thought? He admitted to getting blown by her, but said, "No, it's consensual." And everyone's like, "No, dude, you had the blowjob button in your office." So they found him to be evasive and untruthful at times, and to have deliberately lied and minimized the extent of what he was up to and stuff like that.
Oh, Lester. God. It's interesting. CBS has this incentive to build a just cause case, but at the same time, say, God, this looks so bad. Like,
dude, it's terrible.
You'd love to just do this behind the scenes, have a just cause case and get rid of him, but it's so public.
Well, they said when he married Julie Chen, it stopped. Like in 2004 or whatever. I mean, she took one for the team. And as far as
possible, a guy who philanders like that.
I know, right? But they said, this is from the independent counsel, and they were like, no, we found for the most part his shenanigans
Wow.
ended in 2004 when he
It's
married Julie
monogamous.
Chen. Yeah. But there are reports now about Matt Lauer, right? He's in New York, like the Hamptons. He's staying in the Hamptons in the guest house of his house.
Of Moonvez's?
No, of his own.
Oh, his
like,
own.
His
Gotcha.
wife is there with the kids,
Yeah.
and it sounds like he is
In
banging.
the doghouse.
Yeah, it sounds like he's banging everything that moves.
Like right now he is.
Yeah.
Or-
Oh yeah.
okay.
In the Hamptons, and friends are like, well, I mean, he's a single guy. He can play the field. It's like this guy needs to get his dick sucked every day, and he has.
I know you guys said this. I don't think you guys thought this was weird, maybe when I said this, but like when I watch TV, like to me, like even watching like Fox News and the guys up there in the little talking head, I'm like, oh, that guy gets his dick sucked, and like, but like, like I just think about this. I think about what that guy
Yeah.
looks like when he's like, oh yeah. So like
Wolf Blitzer.
yeah, like Wolf Blitzer,
yeah.
right? Like
Yeah, they're so hairsprayed and
Right,
made up,
so,
and
like-
you're like, oh my god, that guy shits,
like to think of Matt Lauer, Mr. Today's Show, blah blah
Yeah.
blah, and like now he's saying that he's just out there fucking everything,
Just tagging everything that moves.
like is
Anything
he,
that will
Just
have
picture
him.
him all sweaty,
I know that bald head,
Ugh.
just doggy style, and some broad.
I
Oh,
wonder if he still
God.
makes them say shit like, oh yeah, I was on the Today Show, god damn it, like
Oh,
cover
God.
the Olympics.
It is awful to think about, whether it's Charlie, whatever. It's like, dude, Charlie's
Charlie
Angels, Charlie Rose, Amazon,
Amazon.
and it's like
Amazon.
that guy wanted to bang everything. It's like this decrepit old man. You just picture him just getting blown.
Yeah, you just see him
Ugh.
in a certain context, and that's all. That's the only way you know him. Charlie Rose, 60 Minutes, and all this shit.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, distinguished. You
Yeah,
think of
sure.
him as,
Professional as can be.
respected and trusted
Yeah.
voice. Of the speaking for a lot of us, and it's like, nah, he's a creep.
Fucking
getting
animal.
blown as soon as he gets home.
Well, I thought
Can't
about
wait
this.
to get into his sweatpants and pull his dong out.
I thought about this last night when I was doing this open mic and some typical comic, some level of masturbation joke, and I thought he said like talking about the 10,000 hours, and he's like, probably done that or whatever, and I started thinking about like my own, like I masturbate a lot, and I
Wait, what are you talking about? The 10,000
To
hours
master something.
to get great at something?
Yeah, and so like
okay.
he was making a jerk off joke, and I started,
Gotcha.
and I started thinking in my own head seriously of like when will I not want to do that anymore? Like I've done it so
Yeah, will
much.
there be a
How-
massive dip in testosterone at some
I
point?
mean,
that just
how
I
much-
don't think
Jesus
so, man.
is going to be like
it's just
90,
like,
just whipping them off.
I wish that was the case where it's like you hit a certain age and it's like, oh, thank God I don't have to think about that anymore, because it gets harder and harder the longer you go. But dude, the reports are
Well, does whatever happens that
But, like-
precludes you from getting a full erection, does that play into sex drive too,
Right.
or is that just blood vessel issues? you're unable
no,
to.
that's that. I think that is testosterone, right?
Okay,
But
so
then
you got to dip and
Okay, let's assume I'm gonna
yeah,
assume
but
I don't take.
You can fix it with the the ED meds. Get that thing fucking rock.
Okay, well, let's say assume I'm not taking meds, whatever, and we're talking another 10 years. Let's say
but
there's
you have
another
to have that sex drive before you take them. Like,
Right.
you know what I mean? Something has to drive you to want to take the
to
med.
even want to do it.
Because if you're not feeling it, you're not like, fuck, I'm gonna waste my time.
especially with jerking off versus actual sex. Like I'm talking about like. If
Wait, are you
it's-
going to take ED meds to jerk off?
You could. Yeah. I
don't
mean,
think
I'm not.
God,
No,
so-
but you could for sure.
I know you could. I
But
was
is that where this ends up? Like for Easus,
that's my
maybe.
question for me. Like I'm
I'm,
wondering.
I'm-
will
I'm
it
trying to
just
think of what
wane?
you
Will-
just asked a second ago, and I'm in my head like,
yeah,
well,
what
if
I
you took the pill and we're just like we're playing catch outside, would you get a hard on?
for sure.
No, I don't think you would.
No.
No,
I think
no,
no. I think that is how it works.
No, you wouldn't, because they've got him. That
Hey,
goes,
we're talking to the only guy
Yeah,
who's
okay.
used the
Okay,
ED meds
hell
in the
yeah,
room,
that's a
so
good
you're
point.
the expert, man.
You can take there's Cialis that's like 72 hours. So anytime you'd be out
Oh,
throwing the
okay.
ball around, you're fine. But then you go in and it's like, oh, was that a pair of titties on TV?
Gotcha.
Okay.
So
72
as soon
hours,
as you
it's just in
wanted
there.
to,
Okay.
yeah, 72 hours it sits there.
I thought it just kicked in, and you
nah,
no.
you gotta,
It's go time.
yeah.
Okay, but take them pills out. I just was thinking about it seriously for myself. Like, how
Yeah.
long am
How's
I
this
really,
end?
like, how many? Dude, I've done it thousands of times. How am I really gonna still be
You're a
sitting here in
38-year-old man living in your parents'
5
basement.
years, and I'm just gonna be going
Double
like,
right?
Well,
like, I'm
Does
gonna be
he
sitting there,
approach
like,
80 years old and still just whacking off in his parents'
But,
basement?
but am
you know
I
what, though,
happy about it? Like, am I looking forward to it? Am I actually like,
Or
yes,
you're just
I'm
like,
enjoying?
fuck this.
Or yeah, that's
Something
my
has
point.
to
like,
wane, right?
You know what? I don't listen to Stern all that often because I'm just not in the car that often. But when I do, he's talking about jacking off all the time.
Really?
Like he jacks off every day, it sounds like.
Okay.
And he's what, 70?
Yeah,
Closing in on
probably.
70? 68? I don't know how old he is, but
There's got to be some
But I
dip,
wonder,
though,
like-
right?
I don't know. I mean, I think HW, you know,
64 he is.
he's 64. Okay.
Yeah.
So I mean, if that gives you any insight, he
Yeah.
likes it and still wants to do it and
Okay.
jacks off all the time. So I think you're in for a lifetime of fucking your hand.
But it was just
Just deal with it.
But it was, and you know what? Okay, that's fine. That kind of answers the question. But like I said, to me, the question was more not will I be doing this in 20 years? It's like, am I really gonna enjoy that? Like I'm gonna.
But you wouldn't do it if you didn't enjoy it.
I know, but I don't know. It just
Yeah,
it
but
just,
where will he be in his porn watching? You know,
Like-
because figure
How
decades
many
of watching
boys?
porn, like
How much
you're gonna get
porn-
sick of it.
I
He's gonna be
know.
watching farm animals.
Yes,
for sure.
that's where this shit goes, right?
I know that's what's.
We're gonna
it
read a
does
story.
Kind of scare
Yeah.
me.
In 20 years,
Oh, I hope to God it shuts down a little bit. I don't-
gangly older
I kind
man
of do too.
with a
That's the point,
star-bellied
like,
sneech type body caught in a barn.
I
God,
just,
dude.
I kind of do too, because I have times where I can go a few days without it, but then I have times where it's like, I'm done, and I'm like, what am I doing here? I'm fucking sitting on this couch. It's like fucking 1 a.m. or something, and I just jerked off. Like,
Where do you see it going? Horse, cattle, or sheep?
I really hope I don't see it going that way.
If you,
I hope in my mind, I hope that
I
just
hope.
the porn. Well, no, well, I mean,
you
I
hope
would.
porn
I
suffices.
just hope that porn.
I don't think
maybe,
it will, man. I think you're gonna get sick as shit about
what if
this.
the porn just gets crazy? I know, but in a best
This is a
case, the
different situation though, because he's never gonna go out and fuck a horse or fuck a goat. Like he's not that deviant.
I don't think that I am, and I don't think I could get
but
that
he
far.
might
but,
he might get that far where he's watching the videos though, because
right.
there's lots of things he doesn't want to do with chicks.
Yeah.
Like he's not an assaultive kind of guy, and so I don't think he would want to do that to a little cow or something.
I
But
really.
I hope you don't get to the
really,
point where you're
really don't.
watching movies with humans doing that.
I hope so too, to be honest with you. I
Yeah.
just hope it goes down. I'm starting to think like maybe it should fucking go down a little bit. Maybe I should take some what is the women thing?
Estrogen.
Estrogen pills. Maybe I should
Yeah.
freaking
What do you think about
Throw some
castration?
bigger tits than you
Well, I
already
should,
have.
What do you think
I
about
should try-
castration? Should we leave-
Castration,
should we
sure.
leave that
I
on the
don't wanna
table?
do that though, because I still
Well-
have chances at sex once in a while.
No,
maybe.
once you hit like 45, do it then.
Do you want a castration right now?
No, but you're worried about where you're going. I know I'm not going to be watching man fucking horse videos. I can tell you that right now.
Okay.
I can't even tell you the last time I jacked off.
Right. Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
Do you know the last time you beat off, Jay?
No.
See, I don't either.
Yeah.
But E could be like yesterday
Yeah.
3 times.
Right.
3:18 p.m.
You
Right.
know? So that's the difference.
Well, whatever. It was something I was thinking about last night.
Yeah. Well, it's definitely going to cost you a lot of money. You're going to be paying for a lot of shit. That's just the reality.
What do you mean?
Sex. If you get it from people, it's
Oh.
you're just going to be paying for it a lot.
Right. Gotcha.
Hey everybody, Hamlin Pub, they just rolled out a new menu, as you know. Try their new culinary creations, which includes Southwest Cobb salad, candied Brussels sprouts, Korean steak tacos, chicken share, or the big
Shepherd.
brisket sandwich. Or you can start your day with an award-winning backyard Mary Bloody Mary. And of course, this month is hashtag Drink Hamlin Month. So throw a picture or image of you eating, drinking, partaking in merriment over at a Hamlin Pub and win fabulous prizes. Throw up the picture on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Make sure you're using hashtag Drink Hamlin, and you will be entered into drawings. Several drawings that will be happening this month.
Yes. Do you remember the name Morrill Adderley?
Marginally.
He's the butler at the Sandals,
Oh, right.
Bahama Sandals,
Yeah.
and I told you there was something up with this story.
There's no more to this story.
There-
he says he was giving her a hug.
Exactly. We finally gotten his side of the fucking story, and he claims he went in there, and she said, "I love you, Morrill. You're such a great guy. Will you give me a hug before you leave for the night?" And he was like, "Yeah, man." And he gave her a hug, and then he left.
Oh, okay.
Case closed.
Of course, this is the woman who was fiancé at the time, or maybe they were just married.
Night before their wedding.
Night before. Brutal. About to get married the next day. She's laying in bed. Soon to be husband's in the bathroom. Butler sneaks in and fingers her while she's laying in bed.
That's her side of the story. And we finally got more.
And your big thing was there's got to be more like the husband let him in, or there's three-way something. And my thing was like, dude, as long as we have people diddling women on planes while they're sleeping, like I don't understand why there has to be more to the story. This guy's a fucking creeper. Maybe crawled in through the balcony. Who knows? But
yeah,
it's not beyond the pale that somebody could do something evil like this.
It's not. You're right. It's not beyond the pale. My argument was when I read the story, it just sounded so like I don't know.
I don't know. It comes on the heels
if you
of
did it to a bridesmaid who's alone in a room, that makes sense. It's like, yeah, there's creeps out there, but with the husband in the room at 2 a.m,
pretty bold.
Yeah,
pretty bold. Well, here's one. It comes on the heels of a story. I think 2 local women I read maybe five months ago or so. I think they went to Jamaica to one of these all-inclusives. They're together, having fun, and one of the friggin' staff members jumps on the balcony, comes through the window with a knife or a gun, and he rapes both of them.
Yeah.
And it's just like, fuck, man, just heinous third world shit, man.
Yeah, awful. And if this story would be more believable to me if Moral Adderley came in with a gun or a knife. Like, I don't know why you would.
Dude, we just talked about stories where guys are fucking sheep and stuff.
That's true.
I find it completely believable that this guy snuck in there or walked in with a key, whatever, and fingered her. I just do.
So you're calling him a liar.
I am calling Moral a liar.
Moral, you're the best. Can I have a hug before you leave? And Moral, being the decent, nice man that he is, gives her a hug. And,
do one of those reach around hugs,
fingers. Yeah. So, boy, they're telling completely different stories. But I like that. We're starting to get more details on
pieces to the puzzle.
Yeah, the puzzle's starting to come together here.
This complicated story.
And they are still suing for $30 million from Sandals. So we will continue to follow that story as it continues to develop.
as news trickles in.
Would you be willing, Mike, if even if the show were to end on say how we do a Thursday, come in Friday for a special report?
Absolutely. If breaking news if breaking news happens over the weekend, you'll hear it first here.
At Twitter, we'll throw out a thing on Twitter. There's going to be breaking news, a 10-minute Detroit cast special edition.
You cannot. You guys have no idea, because of our argument last week about this case, where you guys are both like, dude, the guy snuck in and fingered her. What's the problem?
Yeah.
How do you not see that? And I'm like, there's just more. When I'm going through my stories today and I saw Sandals, Butler, I was like, oh, hell yeah, here it is.
Yeah.
Here it is. Yes. I'm going to be proven it, because it was like, there's no need for a follow-up in this story. It's going to be months before it goes to trial. And I'm like, oh, here it is. Proof that I was right. So this is going to be the moment where it's like, it turns out it was a big scam. They were trying to get $30 million lawsuit and blah, blah, blah. They were all in on it. Or something.
Just snuck in and fingered her.
It's like, oh, we're finally hearing from him. Yes, come on, Moral. Come on. It's literally one sentence. She said, Moral, you're so great. Can I have a hug? Dude, that's literally his statement.
Do we even know that he made this statement? Do we know that the hotel didn't just say, yeah, we talked to him and this is what he said?
I think he gave it to a media outlet. They said, I don't remember, BBC or something.
He gave one sentence to a media outlet. He just...
Yeah. As I completed, actually what he said in his statement to Bahamian TV. Okay, so I don't know if we trust Bahamian TV, but as I completed to take the breakfast order, she said, Moral, you're the best. Can I have a hug before you leave? Why would he be take the breakfast order at 2 a.m? Something's not adding up here.
Yeah, boy, we need more on this.
Yeah, I can't wait.
If you don't believe this shit goes on, the story just today, they found the body in Costa Rica of that Miami woman who was at an Airbnb. And
she the one we keep seeing with her hands up, kind of big titties?
Huge titty, very curvaceous chick. Yeah. It appears the guy who was in the apartment next door, some security guard, probably killed her.
Wow.
Third world countries, man.
The details of that one are just, I get it. I get people are going to go and break into a room, rape someone, or kill them. It's just 2 a.m. Husband's in the bathroom. I don't know. We'll see.
Where are you sitting, Mike, on your Las Vegas investigation? Are you delving into that?
I'm not done with that one. If news breaks over the weekend about the Vegas shooting,
you'll cut in.
I will break in. You guys don't have to come over. I'll just come on myself.
All of a sudden, just a new post comes through Detroit Cast on Apple, iTunes, and shit.
I've figured out how to do it myself. Yeah, and I'll have ticker tape music underneath me.
It's just titled Breaking News.
This just in. Give you a nice update on
breaking news via podcast. Hey everybody, Zot Ford and DealsInTheD.com always talk about their fabulous new car deals. Well, Gabara and the team want to remind you that Zot Ford has some ridiculous deals on pre-owned vehicles too. Plus, with the power of DealsInTheD.com, you have almost 300 premium pre-owned vehicles to choose from. All their pre-owned vehicles go through a comprehensive inspection certification process to assure you get the ultimate value and unmatched customer experience. Hit up DealsInTheD.com, pick out the pre-owned vehicle of your dreams, then boogie to Zot Ford and Holly.
Christmas just a few weeks away.
The Yuletide.
Yes, absolutely. You're into it, I know. There's always Grinches, and I don't know why.
God damn them.
at this story so hard, but we got a substitute teacher
Oh, I know.
teaching a first grade class and decides to tell them that Santa Claus ain't real.
Dude.
What are you thinking?
No, as a substitute teacher, you go ask your mom.
Yeah, okay, there you go.
Yeah, that's a
okay,
good
that's the
answer.
answer. Ask your mom. Okay.
But the fact is, she didn't lie to him. I mean, you all have been lying to your fucking kids for forever.
I didn't, dude.
I know you didn't. You're rare. I remember being pissed off when I found out. I was like 16.
It's like, what else have I been lied to about?
Yeah, it was like the whole scam was up. I was 16, 17. My mom finally told me there's no Santa. I was like, what? Are you shitting me?
16,
The whole thing unraveled. And all of a sudden, down with the bunny.
Yeah.
Down. All of it went down. And it was like, don't even fucking tell me there's not a tooth fairy.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Yeah.
You know what's funny? I don't think I'm being very serious. Like, I don't know that I ever like believed there was an Easter bunny and shit, but like I did believe in Santa Claus.
Yeah, Easter
like,
Bunny really wasn't pushed culturally, right?
Like it's like
In
And
my
plus-
house, it was.
like, I didn't believe
was
it was
like-
real. Like I believed that there was Easter.
Really, the Easter Bunny was pushed in the Walters household?
Absolutely. I mean, eggs were all over the house, dude. It was you were on a hunt to find those.
Yeah,
But even
'cause
that, like, I
bunny
don't-
came in the middle of the night.
No. Really? That was
Yeah.
what it was purported to be?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, Easter for us was always very Christian centric, and it was always like, Dad and Uncle John are going out to hide the eggs, so
Get
wait
outta
inside,
here.
everybody. And
wow.
it was just kind of like this kind of myth in the background, like, okay, sure, little pictures of Bunny might appear somewhere in the house, but
See, we got up in
wasn't
the
a
morning.
big
It was like,
deal.
oh, did the Easter bunny come?
shit,
Did the Easter?
man.
My mom would be like, did the Easter bunny
So
come?
you're picturing this bunny
Yeah, and I'm
hopping
like
through.
15 years old, like, fuck yeah, the Easter bunny came. Like, hell yeah. It's like, go
Gross.
find your baskets. Go find your baskets. And it'd be like, oh, where's my basket? Where's my basket?
Sure, we did that too.
And then and it's there, and then it's like, oh, now where are the other eggs?
Yeah.
Because we'd have candy and stuff in there. That's where I had that traumatizing event when my dad was responsible for getting the candy one year and bought a bunch of
black
candy
liquor,
that looked like rocks,
No, I had all the black jelly beans. He
Oh,
got
yeah.
the rock candy.
Gotcha.
rock candy, which was just
Bob.
was like, where's all the pink colors and the peeps and stuff? What's up with these guys?
Dude, that is one of those things where sometimes like
It's like, what are you thinking?
I know
Honestly, you had one job.
I know
Go get the Easter candy. Yeah, we got rock candy.
It wasn't as prevalent back then as it is now, though. Now it's so easy. You just walk down any aisle in Target, and it's,
Dude, Cadbury
clearly
eggs were there.
displayed everywhere.
Cadbury eggs were around. Peeps were
Oh,
around.
back then, Jellybird eggs
Jellybird eggs, of course.
or friggin' Cadburys were up by the counter or something. But that's it, man.
But they didn't have separate bags of black jelly beans.
Yes, they
back-
did.
They did?
Yeah,
Even
because my
back
mom
then?
bought them. Brock's put them out, man.
Wow, that's
know.
unbelievable. See, I would have thought that came way after our time.
She's like, well, Chet likes them a lot. Like, what about me?
yeah, no one cared.
What about
you
Little
thought.
Scout?
Yeah, nah, sorry.
Mm.
Sorry. So it wasn't enough. So she's telling this first grade class that Kris Kringle is absolutely not real. They're saying now they've confirmed she's not going to be substitute teacher in the Jersey public schools. Officials also say the woman
I don't know if that's
debunked.
necessary.
Shut up, Pete. Debunked other holiday characters, including the bunny. She took down the bunny, the tooth fairy, reindeer, elves, leprechauns, and elf on a shelf when teaching the group of 22 6 and 7-year-olds.
And she doesn't think at any point, like, this is not my place.
This is obviously something that chapped her ass. She referred to it as the Santa matter.
Uh-huh.
So obviously this was rolling around her head. Like, if I get an
Oh.
opportunity, fuck this.
That's really not cool.
Oh, it wasn't just Santa. It was the Easter Bunny, leprechauns, everything. Ginger Holmes posted. She told the children, your parents buy all your gifts. My daughter literally said, she took away our imagination.
I was about to say that. I was literally about to say you took away a piece of those kids' innocence and imagination.
Yeah, you're just like a 6-year-old, man. That's what the 6-year-old said.
Wise 6-year-old.
Parent Lisa Simic wrote, the teacher began by asking the class, what holiday? Just fucking leading them right.
What do you believe in?
What holiday's coming up? And the kids are all like, oh, I know Christmas. And because that was the next holiday, she then proceeded to just completely unleash on them.
So did she come from the Jesus is the reason for the season angle? Or was she just like, blow it up?
I think she was just like, I'm going to detonate this bomb.
She wasn't
right
like,
here.
I'm pissed because it's become so commercialized and secular.
Well, she told them Santa isn't real and parents just buy presents and put them under the tree and reindeer can't fly and elves aren't real. kids are like,
I disagree with you. I think she should be banned
No,
from
you know what?
subbing in
This
New
sounds
Jersey.
worse. No, it sounds worse.
It's not cool.
I thought
if that's what you want to do with your kids, your own kids, if you want to be honest with them, whatever.
Yeah.
That's fine. But you don't do that to other people's kids.
Well, no, it sounds worse to me when I hear all that other stuff. If I thought that maybe one girl just kind of asked her for some reason about Santa, and for some reason she was like, no, she's not.
Now, here's
then,
the
like-
other side of the coin. I would not be comfortable promoting it, though. If they were like, oh, yeah, here's your lesson plan. It's all about Santa. And
Yeah.
I'd be like, come on, you know,
yeah.
this is stupid. But
Well,
dude.
if it was, because I could see if I'm a substitute teacher and I'm in there and you're just not thinking that way and you slip out that, Santa's not real somehow,
then
and then
you
you're
really
like,
shouldn't be around kids. I mean,
Yeah.
honestly, you're in the wrong profession.
yeah,
And I understand
it's true.
subbing is pretty easy to, get people, or anybody can basically do it with a
Yeah.
degree.
And you know what the problem with this too? That those first graders, they're not going to be able to hold that secret. So that is going to run like wildfire.
Oh, the bus
through
ride
school.
home. The bus ride home. Come
Yeah.
on.
I mean, they are going to tell every person they know. It's going to just run wild. The whole country might find out, because if 6-year-olds find out that all of that shit is bullshit, dude, and the internet, 6-year-olds are tweeting, right? I mean,
Yeah,
if they are, they're
sure.
gonna, you're not going to believe it. And this teacher took away my imagination by saying that Santa's bullshit and Easter Bunny's bullshit. And then everyone's like, what? Is this true? And they're asking their parents. And it's like,
Hey, did they identify this chick?
no. I know. Mrs. C, I believe, for cunt.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is shitty, dude. Like, your kid comes home.
There's just no reason for
Devastated.
it. It's just,
Yeah,
just over the line. There's no reason for it.
What does the Santa matter? I mean,
You stepped over the line, and you, in a small
Just read
way,
the card.
you hurt those kids.
yeah. Oh, for sure you did. I know I'm joking about it, but
Yeah.
dude, if someone did that to me when I was 6, yeah, that would have not been good. Not have been good. Hey, you guys want a Whopper for a penny?
I heard about this, man.
Uh-huh.
All you got to do is go to McDonald's and order a Big Mac, right?
No, you don't even have to do that. They've got a promo video that shows people going to the drive-thru like, hey, you can get a Whopper for a penny by going to McDonald's. And then they're pulling up in the drive-thru and people are like, yeah, can I have a Whopper? And they're like, oh, this is McDonald's. We don't have Whoppers. But
Yeah,
all
but
you have to
doesn't the
do,
app only generate the penny Whopper if you're in a McDonald's?
no, with 600 feet radius.
Ah.
So you could literally drive past one.
It's kind of a cool
It's
idea by Burger
geotagging.
King.
Yeah,
So
totally.
yeah, so to back up, Burger King did a thing where if you download their app and you're, I guess, within 600 feet of McDonald's,
right.
the idea was, you walk into McDonald's and
Right.
you're then offered a Whopper for a cent, and it makes you leave McDonald's.
See, here's the app. I downloaded to see what it was like and
Yeah.
see how their app, it's like $1 crispy chicken sandwich, 4 days left. So you go in there with this and it's like they have special mobile things that you can get sweet prices on. I had no idea. 4 days left on all these ones. And then up at the top, it's locked. So the
Okay.
Whopper for a penny is locked.
Ah,
When it does
what a genius marketing move.
Isn't
honestly.
that great? So they do like geo targeting or whatever
Yeah.
that is called. And so they say it should work if you're within 600 feet of a McDonald's. And so if you just, I'm going to try it, drive through the drive-through really quick,
Yeah.
or just around the circle there and just see if it pops unlock.
Pretty creative, man.
And then, do you want to get a Whopper for a penny?
I'm on as well.
There's a lot of douchey, useless shit marketers and advertisers do, but that's one where they're, they really
Thinking
thought out
outside
of
the
the
box. For sure. It's cool to see. So yeah, I don't know. It runs through December 12th. I'm assuming you can only use it once, that you can't go there every day and get your Whopper for a penny. But if you've got 2 phone lines, if you've got 2 smartphones, 2 Whoppers for 2 pennies.
Lucky you.
Not bad. Hey, let's take a quick time out and got an update on the remember the guy that worked at Kellogg's and just whizzed all
Absolutely,
over the conveyor
yeah.
belt? That guy. And then I'm going to introduce you to Lil Bill.
Oh, I saw
You see
Lil
Lil Bill?
I've been introduced.
Oh, I love Lil Bill.
This is on the heels of a story about a massive cow. Did you see that story?
Knickers.
Yeah, Knickers.
Yeah, we'll take a look at both of them when we come back.
Sweet.
The Detroit Cast continues after this short break. The Detroit Cast continues now, bitches. Here are Mike and Jay.
All right, welcome back to the show. Mike and Jay. God, that GW is smooth. George W. Yeah, he was caught on camera at McCain's funeral slipping Michelle Obama some candy. He just did it again at his dad's funeral.
That son of a bitch to Michelle.
Yeah, slipped her a piece of candy again.
He got so much press out of the first one. Why
Oh
not?
yeah. I mean, it's funny though that with everything going on in his world, he's still thinking of that. Like, oh, it's gonna be hilarious. This time I'm gonna give her another piece of candy. that's what's on his mind. Oh my God, dude, I'm laughing so hard. I want to meet Lil Bill.
Yeah.
I want to meet Bill.
He's a cute.
Yeah, Bill's a cow. We didn't talk about it on our show. I think it broke one of those over the weekend or something. The big
Knickers.
I'm not supposed to say that word, I don't think.
Knickers.
Knickers. Put the H on the end of Knickers. Knickers, and he's huge.
Yeah.
Look at that bovine.
Beautiful bovine. Look
Yeah.
That's a lot of hamburgers.
Well, here's the thing. They got to keep Knickers alive because he can't fit into the machine
Right.
that turns him into steaks, and like he comes out like packaged steaks and
Good for
burgers.
Knickers.
And so they're like, well,
What
as
are they
much
gonna
as
do?
we'd love to murder this motherfucker, we gotta hang on to him. That's Jeff Peterson.
Peterson.
Geoff Peterson.
Really?
Peterson.
Jeff Peterson.
I'm not able to put it through the processing facility, so I think it'll just live happily ever
Are
after.
you surprised that a person who owns a cattle farm would refer to it as an it?
Well, it's
You
a,
have
It's
to.
a poops. Look at that guy. Why would you even think about it? I mean, I wonder if he tried.
Didn't he acquire the thing to be like a lead animal? Wasn't the whole thing too? He wanted a big animal to lead the herd or some shit.
Oh, is that what it
Yeah, it
was?
was something about the herd's needs.
Yeah, look how big that son of a bitch is.
Yeah.
He's like 1.4 tons or something. Yeah, he 1.4 tons.
As compared to
300 times more than Lil Bill. Hi, Bill. Hi, Bill.
The other ones, and
Bill's
then
a cute. He's a wee. He's just a wee.
Look at that guy. Look at Knickers. Knickers.
Is it just simply a different kind of cow, or
They said he's the world's biggest cow.
okay?
Yeah. He or she, I don't know.
like-
But now, so we got that present last week,
Yeah.
and now this week we get to meet Lil Bill.
Yeah.
Yeah, he came out. He was weighing 10 pounds when he was born, which
They're
is
human babies that size.
1/10 the size of a normal calf, and people they were concerned about his health.
Sure.
So his owners are like, I took the little Bill over to Mississippi State University College of Vet Medicine.
This goes to my thing though. If you could like build a kitten, genetically,
Yeah.
just to stay a kitten, look at how much fun that looks.
Bill.
You could have him in your house, right?
Hi, Bill.
You could diaper him.
Oh, I want to diaper him so bad. Look at Bill. Hi, Bill.
Now, will he grow?
I don't
Is he
know.
like one of these Emmanuel Lewis type cows that just,
Well, if you
or will he?
if you look at Bill with a bottle,
He's just a wee. He looks like a
Oh.
lamb.
We gotta get Bill. Can we steal Bill?
Oh, lots of people want Bill right now. He's in high demand. There's no way we can get him.
He's got his own Facebook page. He's
Reroute
got-
some Kickstarter funds.
He's got his
maybe.
own hashtag Lil Bill.
Is he up for bid?
I don't know.
Doesn't he look like a lamb though? You know,
Yes,
just-
total. Are we sure he's not a lamb? Are they trying to pass off a lamb as a cow to us
pull
and
one
act
of
like
those
he's a
Chinese
wisp?
zoo things off, or they're just telling us they're
Yeah,
lions
painting
and it's just a
stripes.
cat or whatever. Or...
They're painting stripes on.
No, it was a
on-
mastiff, right? Like a bull mastiff dog,
Yeah.
and they called it a bear or some shit.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
right. And then there was
the lion dog too.
Yeah.
Where they were saying it was a lion, but they sheared it so it looked like it had a mane.
and
Yeah,
then
assholes.
Yes, very good. This is the rain.
Well, then
This
there's
is the rain.
the,
So what-
the
what if-
donkey they painted to look like a zebra.
Hell
right?
yeah, they just took a white donkey, painted some black stripes on him, and the shit's running all over. It's not hanging in there very well.
But that's a good point. Like, what if this for whatever reason this dude just wants to go viral, and then he just said, "Hey, what if we just say it's a lamb or a cow?"
Well, it very much looks like a miniature cow.
No, it does.
Yeah.
It does in the other shot.
So,
In
yeah.
this one he does.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, that little
Look
guy.
at Lil Bill.
I love him. I love him. I want him.
I want him too.
Oh
Hi,
my
Bill.
gosh.
Hi, Bill. You think Bill knows he's wee compared to everybody else?
I don't know if he's been introduced to anyone but humans.
Yeah, he's a midget. I'm just Bill.
Have we seen him with the herd?
No, not yet. They took him over there, and he seems like he's doing okay. He's, like I said, 1/10 of what they normally weigh. They usually come out at 100 pounds. He's 10 pounds.
He's a fidget, man.
Yeah, he has. It's like I said. So the college is promising. We will keep you updated on Lil Bill. We'll send out posts.
I've always loved the notion of naming animals like human names.
Dude, you said that last week, and it was like, that's what, because we were doing a story. Was it about Pony? The orangutan that was getting
No, we
raped.
never did
No,
that
it was
story.
about that goddamn pony that they named something.
Oh
dumb,
yeah,
right? Like
Yeah,
Harriet or
Oh,
something.
yeah.
like Giddy or something, or
But
Gigi.
This goes back to, I mean, my early days. I went through a series of gerbils. Hold the gerbil jokes.
Yeah.
But when I was a kid, I had a lot of gerbils, and I got on this kick. I had Mike, I had Matthew, I had Sarah. Sarah was the first gerbil to get out and lost track of her.
really?
Yeah, never found whatever happened to Sarah.
Someone found Sarah.
But then Gab in college, she got drunk one night and went to Meijer and bought a guinea pig, named it Philip.
Yep.
And I always thought that was the perfect name for this pig.
Yeah, and that's what like. Hey, Bill.
Bill's a great name
Bill
for
is
that.
a great name.
Lil Bill.
Little bit. It's like Knickers. Yeah, whatever. I
Right.
don't care about Knickers as much. If he was Tom,
Yeah.
it would work. But I think
Jeff. I love Jeff.
Jeff.
Ray.
Adam. You guys, name your cat Adam. Paul.
Paul is awesome.
You know,
But
and-
I'm partial to Rick.
Rick. Rick.
If I ever have occasion to get another cat, he's going Rick.
Yeah.
Rick.
Hey, close the door. You're gonna let Rick out.
It's my cat, Rick.
Oh, hi. What's your cat's name? Adam.
Greg.
Wait, what?
Greg would be good.
Greg.
It's just so standard.
Did you call him Gregory? Dude, close the door. You're gonna let Greg out. Pete, would Peter work?
Peter would work. Kyle. It's just so standard. The more standard, the better.
Yeah, John. Does John work?
Maybe less because it's so common.
Pete, Paul is great.
Paul is awesome. Rick is awesome.
Steve.
Tom.
Steve would work.
Tom. Has anyone seen Tom?
I don't think it could be
Tomcat.
Thomas.
Tomcat. You know,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I said I don't think it could be Thomas. I think it had just but if you have his dog, if it was dog,
Did you
and
say
I think
Kyle.
I've got it. Yeah, Kyle's good.
Eric would work.
Roger. Goddamn kitten named Roger.
Roger.
That's little Roger.
Yeah. Has anyone seen Raj?
God damn it.
Why is that so funny?
I love it.
It works best with men's names. Can you call a cat like Kristen?
No, probably not.
Stephanie?
Right. Well, I knew a cat named Jennifer, and that was kind of chuckleable, but it's
Yeah,
not
but-
as good.
It's not as good as Paul.
Yeah.
Adam. Has anyone seen Adam? It's time for dinner. Come on, Adam.
I love
Rick.
it.
Rick.
Hey, everybody, the tackle ball season is in full swing. So stop by the Hamlin Pub to watch your favorite team on one of their numerous TVs and enjoy sports specials like the $7 medium hand-tossed pizzas, boneless wings, or the Nacho Supreme. Of course, these specials are good at all 5 Hamlin Pub locations: Clarkston, Chesterfield, Rochester, and the 2 in Shelby Township.
I mentioned just before the break the guy that used to work at Kellogg's. I think that was in Tennessee.
Yeah, and it was
Where he
Rice
was?
Krispie treats, right?
Or it was just Rice Krispies. I think it was just Rice
Oh, okay.
Krispies. There was a conveyor that, that the cereal comes down and then it gets boxed. And this guy, he'd taken this video 2 years earlier. And finally one day he thought it was a brilliant idea just to post the video. And they don't really know the reason why, but they said at that time there was a big union dispute between Kellogg's and these employees right at that time. So they assumed that's what it was. Do you have the video there, E? Because we watched this video and it was just horrifying.
Yeah.
It's like the kid at where was he down in Detroit when he spit on the pizzas?
Yeah.
Was that at Comerica?
Yes.
Yeah. And it's just there's something about that. It's
Yeah.
just
Should be jailed. God, it's just so heinous.
and that's a healthy stream too.
Disrespectful as fuck.
Ugh. It's like even
Like,
if
okay,
you're
you hate your job, whatever, but come on, what are you just pissing into a factory's
falling-
equipment?
all over the floor there.
There'll be some golden urine if so.
Yeah.
I don't think
Oh,
so.
what an animal. And so anyway, he finally has he's set to be jailed after admitting that it was him that did that, pissed on the Rice Krispies conveyor belt. Gregory Stanton is his name, 49 years old. Really, Gregory? I mean, if they said
Moron.
16
Right.
years old, you could go, fucking idiot, but whatever. So he has admitted tampering with consumer products after that video emerged. And so that sparked the FDA. Once he posted it, the FDA got involved, and the company, Kellogg's, and I don't blame them. They're like, we want him punished to the full extent of the law.
Yeah.
Because, dude, I would think twice about buying a box of fucking Rice Krispies. You know what I mean? Like, that would go through my head. Like, I hope this isn't out of a Memphis, Tennessee plant. You know?
No.
It's like Wampler Foods when that guy got, convicted for fucking the turkey.
Yeah.
You know, we'd called that guy years ago, and two of his buddies held the wings. Well, this guy rammed a turkey, and Drew kept asking him, "Where's your turkey? Where's your?" Because I don't want to get that turkey on Thanksgiving.
Great point.
And it's like, dude, if I went to the store now and
Stay
saw
away from
Wampler Foods, I'd be like, nah.
Well, it's like Chipotle. They put poop in their food. I'm done with them.
Yeah, there you go.
Or
See?
Qdoba, either one. I'm not sure which.
You're
Chipotle.
right. You're right. That's the one.
So Stanton is going to be sentenced in February, they said, and they've already told him expect 3 years. So 3 years. Is that enough time for?
Yeah, probably
Probably
right.
is. Yeah. But that's what they're saying is, 3 years. Texas took down another guy.
Good.
Yeah, I know. They're on a roll, dude.
I was gonna say it seems like we've
22 this year already.
Wow.
And
Usually pretty good at that.
dominating. Plus, they don't give you a last meal. I mean, they give you a last meal, but whatever shit food they're serving.
Good for them.
Yeah, so they're not going to let you order a pizza and, fruit juice and milkshake and all that shit.
Yeah, I want 5 Big Macs, a pizza. Yeah, some of the shit these people get. Why?
Yeah.
Why have you been feeding them at all?
So the guy that was put down, and this has a funny angle to it. He's part of the notorious Texas 7 gang of escaped prisoners. So he was doing 50 years for murder, and it was like right around Christmas back 18 years ago. And so these guys somehow broke out, this gang of 7, and just kind of went on a rampage, and Christmas Eve. And so Dallas police officer was killed. Joseph Garcia received a lethal injection for that December 2000 shooting of Officer Aubrey Hawkins. Asked by the warden if he had a final statement, he said, "Yes, I do. Dear Heavenly Father, please forgive them, for they know not what they do." He then paused for nearly a minute because people supporting cops in motorcycle gangs were outside revving their fucking engines so loud that he was drowning them out. So he paused for a minute.
Shit, like that seems weird to me that he could the place this guy's getting going to be sentenced to death is in an
Can
area
be so affected by.
Well, is it an area so close that someone could just you could just stand outside and be like, "Yep, that's the room it's happening in."
Right.
Yeah.
And you could hear the fact that if people were like, "Vroom, vroom."
And so he pauses for a minute, and so he's like,
I'll wait.
What do you picture these things happening like in a dungeon or something?
I guess I just picture it like in the middle of the thing. I don't picture like there'd be a window outside.
I picture there being walls.
Yeah.
But maybe the outside of that wall.
Yeah.
I don't
No,
think
I
that's
picture it
unreasonable.
being like in the middle,
An
like
internal room.
Yeah,
sanctum.
Not there'd be like a window
there's a
outside.
viewing spot, and yeah, but apparently I don't know how their jail is run. It's in Texas, and they said that it was so loud they could hear it in there, and it was
Should
kind
be open air in public.
Yep.
In my view.
That's what they do in Iraq or Iran, one of those places where they have
And they
the
throw
public-
homos off roofs.
Oh yeah, and the public beheadings and stuff
Yeah.
for executions. So yeah.
So he said, I'll wait.
So he pauses. He gets through with his, forgive them, God, for they know not what they do. Pauses, and then he says, "Just some of you," and the guy's just like, Petno Bartnell. He's like,
Really?
wait, I'm not finished. Blink, dead.
Awesome.
They cut off his final statement. They're like, just some of you.
Go fuck yourself.
They just turned on the machine. And he's like, "Oh, I'm not done." I'm not. So his final words were like, "I'm not done yet." And
Sweet.
they started on him. They've already started and I ain't even finished. That's what he actually said. He gasped 3 times and snored twice before all movement stopped. He was pronounced dead at 6:43. So
See ya.
So yeah, he was serving 50 for murder, and he was and he didn't pull the trigger. And that's why those laws exist, where it's like, if you're part of a group during the commission of a crime, you can be charged the same. And so all these guys got the death penalty, and 4 of them are gone now. One of them committed suicide as the cops pulled up to arrest them. He took himself out. 4 are down now. There's 2 left on death row. So we'll keep you updated. Hopefully they cut them off in mid-sentence too.
Will you break in for that too as well, Mike?
What's that?
Will you be breaking in as well for that if that, or is that not breaking in worthy?
Yeah, it's probably not, but we'll definitely update it.
Gotcha.
When those guys go down. So he was serving time for slaying Miguel Luna Jr. in San Antonio. So Luna's parents and his 3 daughters were among the witnesses, along with a couple friends of the cop, the officer at the time. So yeah. God, these people, I love these people. If you heard of these crash for cash, you've seen these people that like fake like they've been hit by a car.
Sure.
And it's tricky. There was someone I think a year ago that tried it, missed the timing, and got whaled, and ended up in critical. Learned a valuable lesson though. And some people just aren't meant to do this. It's hard to pull off, right? And so we go into China here, and We got a woman, elderly woman, trying to play the game.
The idea, it's such a crapshoot. Like this thing that you're gonna like.
You got to come close enough,
right?
Not really get hit.
And by the way, you
be
gotta
close
hope
enough
that this
to contend you've been hit.
Yeah, and you gotta hope this person has like if I hit somebody, I mean, what are they gonna take from me? Like,
Yeah, well, I mean, you're probably looking for a type of car.
Yeah,
Coming or something. Because usually people step out and people lock up the brakes and then they act like, oh my God, I was hit. And they
Who knows what Chinese laws are, right?
Okay.
You said this is in China?
Yeah, it's in China. Yes, very good. So let's see her. I don't have a name for her. And we'll see how strong her game is at pulling this off.
Oh, no.
So there's a bus.
I don't like the looks of this. And she's out in front. Oh, sweet. Little early entry, wouldn't you say, gentlemen?
Yeah.
Little entry into the lane too quick.
Oh,
Sweet.
the guy says, what are you doing? Why are you resting on my car?
shoot.
The guy stops a good 30 feet in frnt of her,
Oh,
and she
there's-
does this kind of wiggle, like
That's where she's limping.
this wiggle stomp limp.
Then you have to catch.
Her rimp even sucks.
Yeah, it did.
She's not good at rimping. Now she hits the guy's car.
See, after that, then don't you have to just pretend like maybe you tripped and be like, "Oh, sorry, dude."
Absolutely
like,
you do.
Like,
This is just.
Here it goes. He stopped.
Oh, yes.
She's bracing for impact.
dude, she's in.
What are you doing? Why are you resting on my car?
Yeah, it's poor anticipation.
Yeah, she needs to work on that. They say she's kind of she regularly carries out these fake accident
I
scams.
think she'd be better at it. Man.
I know, right? She did walk away finally after this attempt failed for the cash for crash plot. Is known in China as Ping Si. Yes, tried to put over for Ping Si.
Oh my God.
Which literally means touching porcelain.
Okay.
Dude, they always like. There's always these stories of the people that are on like welfare, and I'm but the people that like fight, they like spend more time
Right.
than like just try to scam and get an extra $5,000 and shit, and it's like, dude, you could just
Get a
just
job.
get a job. Like she's not a homeless person, or you know what I mean. It's one thing if you're like if you.
We
someone
don't
like
know
this-
her circumstances.
Yeah, we don't know her
We don't know.
circumstances, I suppose. But if she's trying to do it a lot,
Yeah, I mean, for some people, that's how they make a living. If it works once and someone just pays you on the spot, but
Victimless.
yeah, but you
God.
got it, dude. Imagine that.
a grifter.
That's how you figured out you're going to game the system is attempt to sort of get hit by a car.
Insane.
Like I said, that one guy mistimed it last year in fucking critical condition. Do you still have the pics of the bats, E, from the other
Actually,
day?
I think I do.
Did you
Bats,
see?
like animal bats?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
So this mom of two, she's got her house,
Oh,
and
no.
she's being surrounded by rotting bat carcasses.
Oh,
She calls it
God.
a scene out of a horror movie. Philippa Schroer opened her door on Tuesday to find thousands and thousands of dead bats on the lawn of her home.
What?
Yeah. She's one of dozens of residents forced to find temporary accommodations as a heat wave sweeping through Queensland kills bats in droves. So it hit 104 in a batch. Like, I'm out. And they just drop. They just fall out of the sky and they're landing on
It's
this lady's
frightening that
lawn.
there's that many bats above you. You know what I mean? Normally.
I know, right? More than 5,500 have fallen on her property in the last week.
Insane.
Cleanup crews fail to make a dent in the bodies as of yet. Do you have some of the images there? Ian?
Yeah, here's actually I think some video too. Not of them falling, but
Portrait. God damn it.
I know, right?
It's hard to tell because of
Oh,
the
yeah, I can go to
roots and kind of woods, but
Yeah.
okay, here I'll go to the pictures.
oh man, look at them all.
Sitting in trees. Oh no, he just died. See that? There's a
How
guy.
many friggin'
I'm out.
bats are there? My God, man.
I know. Go to the pictures
Yeah,
Ian,
yeah.
where you can see the thing.
There's piles of them, huh?
Dude, they've got like those are all filled with bats.
Oh
at
God,
that.
they look big too. They don't look like those little miniature ones
No.
you see around here.
The thing that stinks is there's all kinds of little baby gays that are being orphaned now, and so they're taking these things in. They're actually adorable when they're wee.
They're cute.
They're a cute. One guy's got his little pink tongue out, and he's trying to sip the water, and he's just a wisp of a bat.
Look at how big they are, man.
Oh yeah, look at this guy's hands. Look at it, poops.
Oh, I don't
Look at
know
it.
if that's
Like a
super
dog.
cute. Kind of wolf-like.
Yeah, a little bit. Go to the next one,
Oh, sorry here.
because I think Look at that poop.
Yeah, he looks like a pup.
Look at that with a pink tongue.
But then you see his goddamn arms connected to those goddamn wings. Those are creepy, dude.
Yeah, that's only at
what
night,
an
though, right?
odd animal.
During the day, he's just a full-grown dude, right?
It's pretty neat to see those at zoos and stuff where you can really look at them up close. And
I know.
Man, they're amazing creatures.
So she's like, this is a public health issue. Until I get a cleaner to scrub my walls, furniture, linen, vehicle upholstery, before the smell has permeated everything, I can't go home. So the situation has been echoed by fellow resident Lisa Eagleton, who said the entire bat colony was either hanging in trees or dead on the ground. And those yellow plastic bins are 60 to 80 dead bats each, referring to the dozens of them outside. So yeah, an emergency meeting with the mayor was held on Monday to figure out like what do we do now? I mean, it's too hot out here.
Crazy.
We got to air condition the bats or something. What we do with them? And then Isis wants us to see this video. I asked him to pull this the other day before we get to email.
Whoa.
This is what?
Put me on the spot.
Well,
Better be good. We've heard this is really funny and great.
there's a transgender teen has posted video of school administrators forcing open the door of a bathroom stall while she sits inside.
Oh,
The student shot the video at Aseo Senior High in Minnesota, sitting on the
I want
toilet.
to see this,
Okay, I didn't do it. I just told Mike had me pull this last week, and I said it was funny. Well, not funny, but it's
A female teacher
absurd.
uses a yardstick to reach over and unlock the latch, and so yeah, I'm using the bathroom right now, and they just violated me.
Wait, so we have a young man who
Yeah,
thinks he's a woman
lady.
or is contending he's a woman or
Yeah.
girl, and he's in the women's bathroom at this point. They're trying to get him out.
The school is saying because I don't, you know what I mean.
Let's call him he.
Posted the video with the comment, I guess I can't use the girls' bathroom just because I'm transgender. Immediately, it's like outrage and 800,000 fucking views and retweets and all that shit because God forbid, So they were calling for better, the activists are calling for better treatment of trans people. To take this out front, Minnesota, the largest advocacy organization, issued a statement. It's imperative for students to be respected and affirmed in schools and blah, blah, blah. When they feel bullied, it's for being bullied for being who they are. Their ability to learn and thrive is.
So I'm about to see administration try to remove a dude from a chick's bathroom. Is that the
yes,
deal?
basically.
And what they're saying is there's a lot more to this story than
Well,
this
of
this
course
person
there
is not
is.
being thrown out of the bathroom because they're transgender. But it's kind of like the kids that were like, oh yeah, they want us to pay first because we're black. It sounds kind of like one of those. Yeah. But E says I haven't even seen it yet. But go ahead, E.
Boy, this
Right.
better be good, E.
In the bathroom.
Oh, we're staring
Well,
down at
she's
his
looking at me
crotch
over
area
in
now.
the bathroom. And they're
Here comes the
trying to-
yardstick.
Look at what they're doing. Look at them. I'm using the bathroom right now, and they just violated me. What's your name? What's your name? What's your name? Oh my gosh, they just violated me. There's some pervert.
That's weird. That chick is wearing dude underwear.
Wow.
Yeah.
You're a pervert.
Am I wrong?
Y'all are perverts. There's no concern of no safety just because I'm using the bathroom.
Doesn't he turn the
Wow,
camera
I
so
can't
we get to
believe
see a
you
good
guys
look?
were just
He has
a
dude
pervert.
Under Armour skivvies on.
Pervert
Yep.
And violated.
And a hell of an Adam's apple.
Oh,
Indeed.
Did you see that Adam's apple?
Wow,
I've been violated.
I'm posting this. I'm so scared and violated
Yeah, you're right.
right now. They just walked in the bathroom
Look at him
while I was using
preening
the
for the
bathroom
camera.
for no reason.
Turning
Not
his head
letting
to
me.
the
This
side.
is Ask Your Senior High. This is the dude that violated me. This is Miss
What is
Violate.
the story here,
How did
man?
they
You know?
violate you?
I
by
can
the way?
promise you it's not that she was taking a whiz in the woman's bathroom.
What is the story? Because there's a line of administrators
And
like
cops.
yeah,
And two
okay.
cops. So there's definitely more. The principal's full statement. I'm aware of the social media that significantly misrepresent an incident that occurred at school. It's important for you to know that no students were barred or banned from using any bathroom. I sincerely wish I could say more. But
Here's
for
my
data
guess.
privacy reasons, I can't.
Gets
blah, blah,
in
blah.
some sort of fight, engages in some sort of feasance that's unacceptable.
Yeah.
Might be Mel, might be Miss,
Right.
and then books into the bathroom
Right.
and claims, oh, I'm just trying to go to the bathroom and I'm this trans trying to use the women's toilet,
Yeah.
the toilet
Being
of my choice.
violated.
And in fact, probably in a fight, probably in
Yeah.
some fucking misfeasance outside
Absolutely.
that started the whole thing.
So is she allowed to fight girls?
We can we just say he for clarity?
Fine.
Is he allowed to fight girls?
Girls, yeah.
No, he's a dude.
Why not?
He's got a dick and balls. He's wearing men's underwear right there.
Yeah. All right. I think if he gets into a fist fight with a chick at school, like cat fight, and knocks the shit out of her, I bet the activist groups would be like, 2 girls got into a bit of a cat fight. It's nothing. It happens every day in schools all over the country.
Yeah.
We need to respect his rights. He's just pounding on some broad in class.
That would be an interesting case, though, right?
Yeah, don't you think?
Yeah.
I mean,
because on the one side,
That's what Kareem Hunt should say.
the social justice warrior in you wants to say, you never hit a woman. Oh my God, you can never, ever excuse it if you're a man. And then it's like, well, but this guy is biologically a man and he's hitting a woman.
It's a lady. It's just 2 girls engaged in a little bit of a scuffle, a little cat fight.
Yeah.
And she's trying to pull her hair, and this dude's like, whoop, bow.
Kind of a boss move by this dude, though. If that's what occurred before this, to go, I'm making this a bathroom issue.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Get my video out, get my pants
I've got
down.
administrators who I'm going to catch on film right now. They're going to come in after me. They're going to come in after me.
Of course.
It's kind of genius.
Yeah.
Sir.
I mean, there's no way it's as simple as that. They would not bring a yardstick in to unlock the door. Cops call.
Yeah.
It's a bullshit story for sure.
I was saying like that, dude. Honestly though, like that's why like Kareem Hunt. That's what he should say. You just say, you know what? I identify as a woman, so it's not a woman hitting a woman. It's still abuse, but it's not, Yeah.
Dude.
But then the NFL would be like, yeah, we don't have women players, so you'd be like, well, now I'm a man.
Yeah.
Now I'm a
you
man.
can change. They've said that to us. Dude, that'll be an interesting story if that happens.
When it happens. You should say when, dude. Honestly, it's not if, but when.
It will happen at some point where someone's going to get
it will.
super pissed off and as a transgender woman and knock the shit out of another girl and just be like, man, 2 girls going at it.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Yep. Should we get to some email?
We do have some email, Mike. If you'd like to write into the show, send us your thoughts to email@detroitcast.com. Adam writes in. Not your cat. Not your cat. Adam, a listener.
Anyone seen Bill?
Roger.
Tony. Oh yeah, East Cat is Tony. He's playing
named after Tony Stewart, the NASCAR driver.
Stewart's not bad.
Yeah,
but you got to keep it more standard. Once you go there, you're going like Stewie and you're kind of branching off into Howie, Howard. You're making it kind of cutesy. The key in these human names to pets is to just make it standard. Ryan.
What about Phil?
Jeff. Phil. Yeah, Phil was the guinea pig.
Well, yeah. To be fair, I wanted to name him Bobby after Bobby Labonte because that was my NASCAR driver at the time.
You're talking about your standard issue tabby.
Yeah, and then no one was okay with Bobby, so then my dad liked Tony Stewart. I really had the urge to name this after a NASCAR.
After a murderer.
Yeah, well, he wasn't a murderer yet. This was before. I probably should change his name now based on that. You're right. Yeah. But I just had this urge to name him after a NASCAR guy, so he wouldn't do Bobby. I was actually he would have been Bobby if I had named him. And then they went to Tony because they all accepted Tony, and Tony Stewart was my dad's driver.
Tony came from Tony the Tiger.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
What about Carl?
Carl's good.
Tim
is great. Yeah.
Okay. Good.
Tim, Carl.
Anyone seen Tim? Carl.
Adam writes in concerning the Floby. We've had several listeners chime in concerning this. Butt lickers and Jay. He really said that. I don't make this up.
Huh.
I purchased a Floby.
Dick lick, personally.
I purchased a Floby circa 2005. I'm still using it today. In fact, just this weekend, I cut my hair and both my son's hair approximately once a month. You do the math on that amount of savings. 3 cuts plus tip, approximately $7,000 in savings. The original purchase price was $100 for the unit. Men/young men all wear their hair the same. 2 on top, 1 on the sides. Not true. 5 on top, 2 on the sides, 3 to blend.
Yeah.
Come on, Adam.
Can you blend with a Floby?
Lie. I don't know. He says and blend. Simple, even E could pull it off. During the time that we've used it, we have never had a negative comment about haircuts.
That you know of. I mean, dude, you don't know. Dude, people really tend to say they hate your haircut to your face.
Yeah.
They tend to do that behind the back.
That we've been walking around and we run into happy, satisfied Floby users every day and just have no idea because it's that great.
Or maybe they don't hear the snigga behind their back.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. I want to see a Floby cut and be the judge. I get a cut when I want, says Adam. No waiting, no appointments. I would recommend anyone with boys to go this route. The Floby.
Dude,
The number one rule that must be followed, though, is you must have good suction. Absolutely must have good suction. I purchased a nice Craftsman portable shop vac, approximately $70, then used the vacuum on my car interior and my Floby. Win-win.
So you plug it into a vacuum and turn it on,
yeah,
and that
That's the magic. So you're not making the mess, and it's just pulling it right in.
We got to use this thing, man.
I know. Well, I did. It's a little surprise for you, gentlemen. I have access to a Flowbee.
Get out of here.
Yeah, Gary the Dead Body Expert has a friend. I know him too, a friend of the family that actually has one, and they're gonna let us use it. So I'll do mine. Yeah. No problem. I'll do mine. Isis, hopefully you'll volunteer your locks.
Sure. What do I care?
I don't. It's too much to ask for Mike.
I colics.
Colics.
Plus, I'm missing my gallbladder. Dude, like it's just not gonna work.
It's a bad time.
When he mentions that money, I think maybe I've brought it up before, but he mentions saving the money. I don't know if my dad used to cut my hair until I was like. Literally until I started wanting to do my faux hawk. So I mean, I think past high school maybe.
Dude, and like I've cut my hair for decades.
No, but he would give me $5 or something because he would say like, well, I would have spent 10 and blah, blah. So
no shit.
Yeah, so he'd give me like a $5 bill as long as he could cut it because I think until I guess an age where I would have not. Yeah. He would have been paying to cut my hair.
Saving. No, I think about that all the time. I always tell Gab that. Oh, just saved another $35.
Yep.
As I walk up from the basement after cutting my own hair or whatever.
How do you do the back? She's got to do the back.
Well, I do ask her to come down and just finish the back and blend it a little.
And see the Flowbee, because you're going to do it yourself. I mean,
I don't know if I don't know if that's the gimmick. Do they say you can totally do it yourself?
Yeah, I think they do.
No, I just think it's at home, right? I don't think it's.
I don't know that that's their main thrust. I think their main thrust is you can do it from home and it sucks it up. I don't know if they're totally advertising like you can do it. Maybe it is. We'll have to rewatch the thing at some point.
Yeah.
Flowbee, Jeff writes in, Dcast, I have a Flowbee and have been using it for 20 years. Unfortunately, I have a lot less hair than I did when I started using it, but I don't blame the bee, from Jeff. All right, so the bee's not at fault for that.
Well, that would suck if the Flowbee, it turned out, caused male pattern baldness.
That would be, yeah.
Because you would look weird with a horseshoe head, dude. You just would.
Randy writes in, concerning vice principals. Greetings, gentlemen. The recent talk about vice principals being the enforcers made me want to share my experience with the vice principal I had when I was in 4th grade. To set the stage, at the time my parents were just divorced in the past year, I was a troublesome and disruptive kid, mostly by being the class clown and blurting things out in class and making everyone laugh. Yeah, you thought you were making everybody laugh. You were just like being a cocksucker, though. It was like that nervous laughter.
Yeah, uncomfortable.
Kids are like, oh, God.
Yeah.
He's just such a douche. He's just such a douche.
Wow, what an allegation to be made. Like, there are class clowns that are funny.
Understood.
Like, he might be funny.
I think I did all right.
Oh, jeez, there we go.
No, you were on the douchey end of the spectrum. Like, just give him a courtesy laugh so we can move on.
Mine was less disruptive, but if I sat behind you like I did with Jay in Shakespeare class, I couldn't help but make jokes just to Jay to try to make him laugh.
And the reason I jumped to that conclusion is we have an example of his tomfoolery.
Oh, shit. Okay.
We're getting to that.
I didn't know that.
I had good grades, but my citizenship score was always low. Citizenship. I love that. One day we came, back from recess and had to wait in the hall for the teacher to unlock the door to the classroom. I had the bright idea to put my pencil in the door lock and break off the lead as a joke. So there's, it's like
pretty dope move, man.
Not a dope move.
Yes, it is. You don't get to go to class.
Since the teacher couldn't unlock the door, we had to call the custodian down to pick the lead out of the lock. So there's this poor guy, probably named Ross or some shit.
But wait a minute, the kids wouldn't find that douchey. The kids would be like, hell yeah, we're not in class.
We got to wait for janitor Fred to get down here, and it's going to be 20 minutes before he gets all that lead out.
About 15 minutes after we got into class, the vice principal knocks on the classroom door, calls me to go to his office. While we're walking down the hallway toward his office, listen to this. Vice principal grabs me and puts me in a chokehold while dragging me behind him for about 20 feet.
Excellent.
I couldn't do anything but flail my arms uselessly since I was only a 4th grader. After we got to his office, he gave me a long lecture and eventually said that I could go. I took this literally and thought he meant that I could go home. So I walked to my home, which was about 1/3 of a mile away. By the time I got home, the vice principal pulls into my driveway so he could take me back to school. After this and other events leading up to it, the administration put me through a long series of intelligence and behavior tests with the intention of having the reason to drop me down a grade due to my behavior issues. Turned out that I scored a 126 on the IQ chart.
Wow,
this is where in the email he sits back and leans back.
So he wants us to believe, how old was he? He was in 4th grade?
In 4th grade with a 126 IQ.
Yeah.
Which, according to the internet, suggests that superior intellectual talent shared by only one in every 20 to 30 people.
So this is where he says he was just bored in school because he was so smart, and that's why he was acting out.
Yeah.
This is a long email just to say that, I think.
My mom pulled me out of that school 3/4 of the way through the year and put me into another elementary school in the same district. My behavior was still an issue, but I did good overall. So good that I ended up winning the 5th grade spelling bee the next year.
Oh, I
This
got
whole
fucking
email is
robbed.
just a
my spelling.
blowjob.
God damn it!
Aren't you going to ask the question?
What? What was the word he had to spell?
Ryan anticipates his question. In case you're wondering, schedule was the word that got the person before me. Then parachute was the winning word.
Nice.
Cheers, Randy.
Parachute.
Well done, Mike. How about schedule? Schedule.
Schedule.
Look at you, man. You'd still be hanging in there. You'd be right there with Randy if you were in the 4th grade.
It's triggering as shit because, as you know, I was robbed. I won the 4th grade spelling
You
bee.
should have
and was
protested
robbed.
more forcefully, but instead you fell in line like a little bitch.
Yeah, I just didn't
Like
have
the
the
sheep that he
skills, the
is.
combat skills. I didn't have the combat skills at the time. You know, I should have demanded it. For those that don't know, I was killing it in the spelling bee, and it got down to me and 3 other students. I got my word right. Those 3 got their word wrong, and it was like, champion, and it was like, no, we got to go first, second, third, so everybody gets a new word.
Absurd.
I got mine wrong, and these 3 got theirs right. First, second, third, 4th place right here.
Yeah.
It's like, you motherfucker.
Do you think that this
Bullshit. Dude, it's triggering. I
No,
gotta
but
go. We gotta shut it down.
But do you think
I
it like
can't do
affected
this.
you so much that that's what led to your class skipper and your bad attitude?
Probably.
Like, do you think you were soured on the educational process?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that certainly didn't help. I had great grades through 4th grade.
And
He's
then,
like, fuck this. Done with this bullshit.
Yeah.
Doesn't pay off.
I mean, that is highway robbery, is it not? I deserve, I don't know what, got a trophy or something.
I don't think you deserve shit. You should have just gone, hey, hold up. I just got that right. How is this possible?
Would you have had the command?
Come on,
to-
man.
to
Have some
do that?
confidence. 4th grader, right?
Dude, your teacher stole a fucking owl.
That was
thing from-
kindergarten. Different.
That's not different.
Barely not pooping your pants at that point.
So you had established the combat skills in 4th grade that you would have stood
Mrs.
up while
Beck's
the
class?
school's
Yeah,
there.
with Ray and Cowie right next to me.
Yeah.
I said,
racist
Ray, you got my back?
Yep. I don't think you would. I don't think you had the skills at that point to,
You know
to
what?
stand up to adults and fight them on this.
Okay, fine. Doubt that, but I would have got the next one right. I would have got the next 10 right and beat them all
Yeah,
again.
The word was really
I would have
hard.
beat them all again.
No, it was the word was hard.
I would have pulled a Galarraga and just got the next guy out.
God, you should. There was a joke sitting right there for you. The word was hard. You should have said HARD, easy. See what I did there?
EASY. We'll save the rest for tomorrow.
Very good. Yeah, I gotta shut it down. I gotta get out of here. So fucking stew now. Just fucking stew.
Get the carrots. Get the potatoes, Jesus.
4th grade bullshit. See you tomorrow.
You've been listening to the Detroit Cast with your hosts, Mike and Jay. From all of us at Radio for One Studios, thank you for listening. And as always, thank you, Detroit.
Listen, sugar.